Hello and welcome to Rolling Out Star Studio for Design and Dialogue. I'm your host, Porsha Monique, and today you guys see who we have in the virtual building. The Tones, formerly known as the Hamiltons, and they are comprised of North Carolina natives, Jay Vito, Tony, Lilo, and
Hey,
Steve. I was just talking to them backstage, and they are definitely a lively bunch. And I just want to say, I know we're in for a great show today. So, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us, Miss Porsha.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Grammy nominated viral R&B trio, the Tones, formerly known as the Hamiltons. What is new? Bring us up to speed on this new name change and this tour that you guys have going on as well.
We got a new name.
Yep.
New music coming. New tour popping. Ain't nothing stopping us.
Good.
Ain't no stopping us now. Hey, we on the move.
Hey, get me to start singing.
But nah, for real. As far as the with the name change and everything, and shout out to our brother Anthony Hamilton for allowing us to work and be his background singers, you know, and allow us to do the things that we do so well, you know, per the people so well, and allowing us to branch out, and now we're spreading our wings, and we have moved from the back to now the forefront.
I'm going to fly away.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We moved from the back to the forefront, and within that movement, we said, you know, we're gonna take a step, and we're gonna change that name from the background of the Hamiltons to now the front ground.
The front ground. I'm going to fly away. Hey.
I love that. Let's talk about the beginning, right? So you guys started with Anthony Hamilton. You were known as the Hamiltons. How did y'all get y'all big break? What did that look like?
You know what? We never really got a big break. Like I tell people that all the time. We never really got a big break. We just have opportunities that literally fall in our laps, and we make the best out of them as quickly and as efficiently as we can.
Mm-hmm.
That's really like been the story of all of our careers, as you know, as being the Tones.
How did y'all meet Anthony Hamilton? How did that relationship develop?
Mutual friend, Kenny Leonard. Shout outs to our big bro, who was the musical director for Anthony at the time. One by one, just added us to the puzzle. I came first for a few months, and then Tui came a few months after that. And then Lilo came some years down the road, and, you know, we just kept going since then. Been going ever since then.
Yep.
And how would you guys describe your sound, right? So I listened to your new single, Better. It's harmonies like all over the place. It's crazy insane. Like as soon as you hear it come on, I'll tell you who I thought about when the song came on. But I want to know from your perspective, how do you describe your sound? And what is that signature tone, the Tones sound?
Oh, I like that. We call it young vintage. Young guys, but we all come from like a vintage background, you know, being more Southern, as we call it, country guys. We come from the church. It just is what it is. So a lot of the people down here, down south, like North Carolina, Jodeci, Anthony, Tasia. Am I missing anybody?
Calvin.
George Clinton, Chuck Brown, right? You know, what's good? Coltrane,
hey, Calvin Richardson,
right? Like a lot of those artists, you're gonna get that kind of churchy kind of vibe, and the harmonies. You know what I mean? So our whole young vintage is just young guys that love that vintage sound, and vintage don't mean old. Vintage just mean seasoned. You know, some of those different types of harmonies, like you got new age harmonies, but then you got those soulful harmonies that was presented back in the day, definitely by Jodeci to me. You know what I mean? So we wanted to reach back and grab that type of sound with a newer kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because that's who I wrote down. So the sound just hits you like on Better. It just hits you in your face. You be like, oh, okay, I do hear some of that Jodeci, and I wrote that down. Jodeci, the harmonies, like it's it reminds me of bringing R&B back, right? Because I don't know where it went. Like, I'm kind of old school. I don't necessarily vibe with a lot of this new, mumble rap or whatever. I don't even know what they call it because I don't listen to it.
Yeah, that's real.
It's art, man. These
Yeah,
artists are unique in their very own way, and they found ways to be creative. People gravitate to it. Music is just is moving. It changes just like the time.
But I
yeah,
will say it's cool to be able to provide the world, because there's a nice array of people like yourself that still like that type of music. You know what I mean? Everybody has things that they do. But, for what we present to the table, it's still people like yourself and everybody else around you that like that sound too. And that's what we're here for, to give y'all something to listen to.
absolutely, and that's what we like, right? And no dig on the younger generation. Of course, they got beats, they got some bangers. I just prefer the R&B.
Like I told. I'm sorry.
What you say, JB though?
No, when you said young generation, I was thinking about Kodak Black. We said water on my butt, like I told.
So I like that vintage label that you guys. You said young vintage. Is that what you called it?
Young vintage.
I love that. And let's talk about some of the people that you worked with over your career. Let's talk about it. Who would y'all like to talk about first? I got a whole list of them, but y'all tell me.
Me and Jesus. No, we work with a whole bunch of folk.
Who we done work with?
Right? Yeah, we got Bertha, we got PJ Morton, Jonathan McReynolds, Tori Kelly.
So you're gonna have us keep naming folk, and we're gonna let the cat out of the bag.
Go ahead.
Because that's leading to that new thing.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the new thing.
So you named all the other folk.
Let's
you ain't gonna leave nothing left for us to say. Because so we dip too far in, we're gonna talk about that new thing. And I don't know if they're ready. Huh?
Yeah, we got new music that's about to come out. Our first what, 3 or 4 projects that we came out with had a certain kind of feel. It was that Hamilton feel. That's what I like to call it. You feel me? We had a certain sound that came with us that the people were kind of introduced to us with. This album is the same kind of feel, but a little bit closer to better. And we got a lot of features on there. We ain't gonna call the feature names. We're gonna leave that to be a surprise, but we will say some of the names that you said.
Okay. I'm hoping I didn't spill the beans.
Nah, you did everything right.
You did everything you're supposed to. See, you trying to get it out of us without trying to get it out, trying to make it obvious.
Yeah.
But see,
right.
Let's say we know what you're doing, but it's all right. We gonna smile and we gonna say, keep it locked.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you gonna miss what we're talking about right now. See?
Yeah, keep it locked. So talk about the album without releasing some of the feature names. Like, what can we expect on this new album?
You can expect, first of all, you can expect us.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
We're coming correct, you see. We captive. I won't say that. We're really, I guess, embracing a more R&B approach. If you want to say, I think it's all soul music to me. But I guess to the average listener, this would be a more R&B soul approach. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely coming with that. As you already said, we have some really, really, really dope features. Some really, really dope features. We've got some really, really great music on there. Well, what we think is great, we hope that the people think is great too. But we have some really, really great music, and just another side of the Hamiltons, because we're a multi-dimensional, multifaceted organization. Mm-hmm. So this is just another side of the Hamiltons.
It's 3 of them.
Now, I want to talk about y'all creative process. How do you create? Like, what does that look like for you guys? Who wants
Depends. We all can take a stab at that, but I'll say we answer this question a lot. It depends on who got the juice that day. I mean, I might come in with it. Lilo come in with it. Tuya come in with it. And whoever got the juice, and we just kind of create together.
Yep.
That's kind of been our formula to create, and just kind of like just feeding off of each other. Yep. That's why being in sync is important. So we kind of like just push each other to that point. Like depending on we know how to create together without saying a whole lot. We just know how to create together, and it's just depending on the day.
Lilo too. Y'all want to chime in on that too?
He said that's exactly what the process is. We didn't have it in his car. We didn't have it in this very studio. We didn't have it after a show on the back of the stage. We didn't have it outside over medicine. We didn't have it, man. So in all of these different areas, you feel me? Like, you know, we just wherever it comes, whoever got the juice, we just latch on and try to help each other out to become better men.
We wrote a lot of songs in the car.
Okay. Now, okay, so I'm an aspiring pop star, right? So go check my Instagram. Anyway, how do I get the juice? Like, I need the juice. Like, how do I get the juice? What's the formula to getting the juice? God first.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only way you get the juice. Yeah, I mean, and you can work. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like the juice is just like, you know, everybody can't be a basketball player and make it to the NBA. Now, some cats can play ball, some ladies can play ball, but to really have that juice where you're able to get to the NBA, it's got to be a God-given talent. And you can work your butt off to get more, and you can get there, right? But you still got to have that God-given drive. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time if you don't got that God-given talent to get where you're trying to go. So to me, the juice either comes straight from God. You got to have that first. And then once you got that light over your life, you can do whatever you want to do. Now, if it ain't a God-given talent, but God gave you drive, gave you, I want to get something done, then you got to use that part of it to get to where you're trying to go. You see what I'm talking about? But that's just my take on it. How do you feel about that, bro?
Yeah, I think you definitely have to have the drive. You definitely have to have those moments where you might have to call on someone for help, but you definitely have to remain in the eyes of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like the social media aspect gives you a little juice. You know what I'm saying? The more people that know about you, those are all potential buyers and supporters. So you know, getting your weight up online is a large element to the juice, the juice factor.
Okay.
You know?
They said a lot. I'll say just always have room to grow. Every day is a learning process. It's an opportunity for you to grow into something better than when you were before. Just be willing, and I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with this from time because you know, men have egos. But just be willing to take constructive criticism and use it to your upbuilding, and not let it hurt you, but let it help you. But you know, just all, like I said, just have room to grow. You know, just go in expecting to expect more.
I love it. Go in it expecting to expect more. I love that. Now, y'all, you said you led with God is the juice. Like you get the juice from God, and obviously, you guys all have a background in the church and whatnot. I do want to know: do we have any PKs? Anybody PK? Okay.
No,
I love that.
You could be considered, bro. You come on.
My dad is like a minister. He ain't really like a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah. So would that be DM?
No. Now, so what kind of churches did you guys grow up in? And I'll start. I went to Kojic, so y'all know what Kojic Church is. Church of God in Christ, and you know we do a lot in Kojic Church. What type of churches did y'all come up in?
I grew up Kojic / Baptist.
Okay.
I grew up Baptist, and then it went from Baptist to an outreach ministry.
Okay. And what about
I didn't really come up in the church like.
Okay. I was asking.
He was gigging on Sundays.
Oh,
which is not a bad thing. He just came up in the quartet music industry, so his church was on stage.
Like I don't know that much about church. You know what I mean? Like you know, but yeah, I don't know I don't know what denomination. You know what I mean? I just know God.
Yeah.
Y'all drive like y'all would be Baptist though. The style of y'all, the style of y'all tech is definitely Baptist style. When you go to a Baptist church, you definitely gonna hear a drive in regular congregational songs. They gonna drive.
Yeah.
So Baptist Family Zion somewhere in there. Okay, maybe Baptist Family Zion in there somewhere.
Okay, and that's what I was gonna ask. Do you guys think that that had a lot to do with your sound? Like, do
Oh yeah.
you find that a lot of the elements of your songs have derived from, say, like the church or singing in the choir, or just just being growing up in that environment?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. For
exactly where
sure.
it comes from.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
And
love that. Love that. Go ahead.
nah, I say can't get away from it. It's just embedded in us. It's like we did an interview and then it's like, yeah, man, we can hear you gospel. It's like it is what it is. Like can't hide from it. Just certain things, certain doing stuff like that, just kind of gonna be what it is.
I love it, and it definitely shows like that sound is it's incredible, and I don't know if people can duplicate it, right? Because you guys have such a unique sound. I just don't know if people can duplicate it. I hear Jodeci a little bit, but y'all just got that down home south real feel, and
Wait
it
till you
just
hear the rest of the album.
okay.
Bro.
What's your favorite song on the album? Let's talk about your favorite song without giving away features.
So I like Don't Let Them. See, boy, see, we talking about some real stuff on this album. You see what I'm talking? I like Don't Let Them. I like Sexual. I like Comfortable. I like Up to You. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with this. This might be. I like Got So Much Love. Now that song right there. I like Got So Much Love. I like Better, but Better, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, I like Better. But the ones when you get deep in that album and Better than hit you and then you keep going down. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got about 4 or 5 of them.
Okay. Let's talk about those themes. You said y'all talking about some stuff on this album. So what type of themes are you exploring on this album that you feel like people just need to be talking about?
Grown folk stuff.
Go ahead. I seen you lean up. He's ready for this. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
What he said is grown folk stuff. Talking about, grown folk things, the things that grown folks talk about and do. And that's pretty much it. This is definitely grown and sexy.
There we go.
Sexy. Grown and sexy.
You gave us some titles. I'm trying. You said sexual.
Mhm.
You know,
Uh,
See?
look at you. Look at you. Now, I gave you about 4 or 5.
She picked up a little.
You said sexual.
Wait a minute. Okay, let's go with Up to You. Let's go with Up to You. What y'all talking about on that album?
Just what the title said.
I'm gonna say self-explanatory. Up to you.
It's
We gonna
up
leave it up
baby.
to you.
Hey, baby, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
Huh?
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you want to kiss me? Do you want to love me?
It's up
That's
to you.
up to you.
It's up to you, baby.
Don't fight him. Don't fight him. Let him.
Don't fight it.
Let him wonder. Let him wonder.
It's up to you.
Do you want to love me, baby?
Let him wonder. Let him wonder.
It's up to you.
Do you want to use me?
Oh, it's up to you.
You.
Let him wonder.
Okay. It sounds like I'm gonna like that one. And then
I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong. You see.
yeah. Okay. I can't wait to see it and hear it. I can't wait to hear the album. Now let's talk about this tour that you guys have going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're actually currently on a tour right now. We are the Tones tour. Tomorrow we're in Atlanta, Georgia at the City Winery, and then this weekend we are in Nashville, Tennessee. So people showing us love in different areas, and we're getting a chance to go to these areas. So
I want to just say to the people, thank y'all, because every show we have done has been sold out.
Yes.
Like, and that's not bragging. That's saying to the people, yo, thank y'all. Out here on this journey, it's a lonesome road. You see what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to travel all by yourself. So to be able to see everybody and see that all of they still with us. You see what I'm talking about? Through all of the changes, name change, different kinds of music, because it's 3 of us. So you're going to get different music and stuff. And then when we finally get there and we work all hard and make sure the show is designed well, and then when we come out there, what is 8:30? When we come out there about 8:30, and we see all them folks sitting out there, and management come back and say, boys, y'all know tonight is sold out. Ooh, Lord, have mercy.
that's a great night, actually.
Let me tell you something. Well, that's a different type of show when you know that thing sold out just for you.
And then when we leave, we got a song called I just can't stop thinking about you.
You see it? Oh, that's on the new album.
We can't stop thinking about you.
Give it to me right quick. Go ahead.
Huh?
Give it to me right quick.
You got to wait that one. But I just want you to know, if you can't stop thinking about me, because I can't stop thinking about you.
Come on, baby.
And I'm going to let you know.
Huh?
When you're not around.
Hey. Because just like people and things, the season's going to change.
Because we got a song about
it.
Called Season.
Fine, boy, you own something today, boy.
Okay.
Be careful, honey. Don't let them steal your heart, because that's what they're trying to do.
Come on, Doc.
I need I need an advanced copy of the album because y'all got me over here like really.
Don't let them, then we can get sexual.
Hey! Hold on.
Now, hold on, don't fight it.
That's what she picked up. Hold on.
She wrote that one down with exclamation marks behind it.
Yeah, because she said she's.
So we were talking about the tour, right? So y'all in Atlanta at City Winery, y'all in Nashville. Where else can we expect y'all?
I think Richmond, Virginia, Arlington, Texas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a nice show. That's gonna be hard.
We had one.
Greensboro.
We had Bolivar, but they postponed it. See.
So, but if y'all ever want to know where we are, you can easily follow us at the Hamiltons NC.
Yes.
And everything is there. Our link tree is there. So all you got to do is go to at the Hamiltons. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. And right to the bottom, click our link tree.
Okay.
So it's scheduled to let you know exactly.
Okay, y'all, they going in and out, JV though. Give it to us again. At the Hamiltons.
At the Hamiltons NC is our social media handle. Yeah, there you go. But he, as the brother said, at the Hamiltons NC, and then the link is in the bio. That's our link tree. All things tones are there. So if you want to know anything about the Hamiltons or the Tones, I'm sorry, and where we'll be, everything's there in the link tree.
Okay, we definitely gonna check y'all out. City Winery, Nashville, all those cities that they just mentioned. Follow them.
There we go.
Okay,
there you go.
Cut me.
Okay. Follow them at give it to us again because I wanted to say the Hamiltons.
The Hamiltons NC. The Hamiltons is still in the handle. The
they wouldn't let us change it. Instagram.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't let us change it. They say,
We kept that there for y'all so y'all can find us. Because you know, people, what did they change the name to? I know they changed it to something. I just can't think of what it is.
And do y'all have individual social media accounts that we can follow as well?
We do. I am at JVITOMUSIQ. That's J Vito Music.
Mm-hmm.
And I am #2 letter E _TWOEY.
And I am Tony Lilo Music. TONYLELOMUSIC.
Okay, I love it. And before we get out of here, because we are about to wrap, I want to know, this is Design and Dialogue. And so we're talking about designing your career, designing your path to whatever it is that you want to do your way, right? And so I don't know if starting out, you guys always wanted to do music or it just kind of fell in your lap because you were talented at it. But how did you necessarily design your way into this music industry and doing things your way, however it was that you wanted it to be done? We'll start with you.
So we go ahead.
Oh, I didn't understand what she's well, with me, initially, I wanted to just, I wanted to be like a doctor. All kids want doctor, fireman, those general things. But as I got older and got more I guess started really embracing music because I come from a somewhat musical family. So once I got to an age where I could really like appreciate music, like really appreciate and kind of understand what I'm listening to, that's when I really, I would say that was around high school when I really started getting serious about music. And I had some friends in high school where they had like a little makeshift studio.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys in high school, and ever since then I just kind of stuck to the wanting to be a performer and some facet, you know. So I've done a lot of background singing and stuff, and now I
Tell them for
have
who, bro. Let them know.
I've worked with Jodeci, Fantasia, a couple of gospel artists, and yeah, couple people, not nothing heavy. Rock Huda, we've done Rock Huda. I doubt you would know who he is, but he's a phenomenal person to have worked with, Anthony Hamilton. And so all of those things kind of poured into the man I am today.
I love it.
Yeah.
What about you, Lilo, in terms of designing your career, designing where you are in life purposefully?
Oh man, I don't think I answered that right. But that's all right. That's all right.
Answer it. How you answer it, bro?
God designed it.
Yeah, go ahead. You can answer it again, but we
Well, yeah, I'll come back. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I don't know if I designed anything. I think God designed it. I mean, I didn't
There
do
you
nothing.
go.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think I did anything special. I think that the only thing that I may have done, no, because I don't make all the right choices. So I don't know. Like I didn't do anything. It's not like I strategically sat down and was like, this is what I'm gonna do, da da da. And the times that I did do that, it didn't work. So like I would just have to say that God, I don't know, man. It's just me. Like I'm not the most like biblical person, but when it comes to spirituality, I'm just a firm believer. Like God just kind of ordains things. Maybe okay, look, I'm willing to put the work in.
I love it.
How about that? So I'll say that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm willing to put the work in. That was my design. I was willing to put the work in and then, you know, whatever that meant without contradicting my beliefs and who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I that would be without me going back into all of that, that would be a good way. Just the work ethic is what kind of, you know, was the design, the strategy. Just stay working and stay, you know, learning.
Okay. And JB though?
I grew up a pastor's kid. My dad sang quartet when I was a toddler, so we had this thing where I was known for the kid that always stood in between his dad's legs and hanging on to his legs and was singing. It was a thing that we had. Then I got too big to do that. He started pastoring. I started like crying to play the drums, and before we had drums, we had like wooden pews.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to beat on the pews. The older people got tired of that. So my dad went and got me a set of drums. I taught myself how to play drums. And then I played piano for a little bit. And then I just taught myself how to play in church. So I started playing in church. And then it's like, I just remember I used to work, I remember the last job I had, I was working at a car dealership as a car detailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, Power 98 is a local radio station that they used to play all the time. And I would listen. And at the time, Rico Barrino was like the hot thing then. So I remember just hearing the song come on the radio. And I'd be like, yo, I want to do that. I can do that. I want to do that. So I had a friend that had like a studio that I would just go to after I would get off work, and I would just write. And I did that so much to the point where like I started believing in my head that I was an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And like Lilo said, God ordained stuff. So I never forget it just happened. God allows, when you ask God to do things, he puts you in a place to where you can have them.
That's a fact.
If you ask him to make you strong, he'll give you a situation where you got to fight to be strong.
That's a fact.
So for me, I asked God, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to do music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. The owner of the company comes back in and said, we're going to discontinue this company. Everybody got laid off. I was laid off for about 2 months trying to figure out, unemployment was cool, but I was trying to figure out like, how am I going to work and make money? Because I got things I need to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
I met Kenny Leonard, which was the MD for Anthony Hamilton, like literally 2 days after I had that prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I was like, yo, you pulling my leg. Like, you can't be that amazed with what I do. I don't even, like, why do you feel like this? And he was like, yo, people need to hear that. And I'm like, hearing what? Like, all he really heard me do was hum to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So he never really heard me sing until we got to a place where we Allure, which was an open mic spot that we all three used to perform there. I came in and I sang for the first time, and I think Rashard, which was the drummer that was there, that he came up to me and was like, "Yo, I like what I hear." And then from that night, I got a job with Anthony Hamilton singing background, and I really haven't looked back since. Like literally, it was like, go with it or like go look for another 9 to 5.
But that wasn't orchestrated by you.
No, that wasn't. That was ordained.
That's what I'm saying. So there's not no blueprint. It's just like you ask for stuff from the big man, and big man do big things.
Yeah. There's not a blueprint, but like you, he put in the work, right?
Yeah.
So grinding, he was writing, he was after school doing his music, and like you said, God ordains, and he just showed up. You asked him, you said, "I don't want to work no more," and 2 days later, you wasn't working.
But that don't mean it was easy.
Like
some people be like, "I don't want to work no more," and then think it's just gonna be an easy process. I like what bro said. Like, all right, yeah, but he put me in a situation that made me stronger. So that probably was a grueling situation. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, yeah, man, because we can get deep on that type stuff.
Yeah, powerful testimonies, guys. I do want to touch on this last thing before we go, because it's a situation where females talk about it a lot. A lot of females deal with it, and they express themselves when it comes to imposter syndrome, right? And so as artists, I don't know if guys, like, I just never really had the conversation when it came to guys experiencing imposter syndrome. You guys
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Imposter. No, what is that? I don't know what it is.
We're real big, and I think I got you, Lilo. We're real big on singing what we live. Okay? So everything that we write, everything that you see in the videos, we are really those guys off camera. Like, we're not gonna come out here and sing about Bentleys and bitches and be all in Bentleys, and we're not gonna be those guys, because we're not those guys. I mean, we're individuals that love our wives and families and our kids, and we're lovers. We're salesmen of love. We say that all the time. We're salesmen of love. You know how the Kirby man used to come to your house and sell your Kirby vacuum cleaner?
She might not know about
coming to your house. We are coming to you by radio airwaves, and we are selling to you this thing called love. See, it's up to you how you receive it or not. Yeah. So that's just what it is. We not trying to be nothing else. We just trying to be what ain't been in a long time. And what that is 3 niggas that can really sing.
We appreciate that.
Did I answer your question?
You did. Right. And Lilo, in terms of imposter syndrome, it's just, feeling like you don't belong in the place, right? So God puts you in a place for a reason and a season, and, it's up to you to make the most of that, right? And so you in that spot, you are a part of the Hamiltons, you are developing into, or you have developed into the Tones, and sometimes you kind of like sit back and be like, how the heck did I get here, right? I'm not supposed to.
Okay.
So
why is it, if you don't mind, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but like, so why has that been a thing with women? Like, I'm trying to understand the woman process behind that, and why that question was asked.
I think a lot of women talk about it more, right?
Okay, so got you.
Rarely hear guys having that conversation about experiencing imposter syndrome. It might have something to do with ego. They might not necessarily experience that, but in a lot of cases, my history has been that a lot of women talk about experiencing imposter syndrome and giving us tips on how they can overcome it and get around it. Because
I say, if you in that space, you supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Ain't no imposter. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you in that space, you supposed to be there. You either there because it's God ordained, or you either there because you was willing to do a lot of stuff to get there. So you supposed to be there however you got there. You know what I mean? Like, some people willing to do other things that other people ain't to get there, and some people willing to wait it out until it's meant for them to whatever. You know what I mean? So if you there, you supposed to.
And like say, y'all sing the life that y'all live the life that y'all sing about.
Try to definitely
singing about B&Bs, right?
Now we got a couple of songs now that aren't necessarily from our point of view.
But then we chose them according to it being a real
but I'm just saying, I don't want you to think, because
we didn't write it. So I was right. We don't write those kind of songs.
No, go. What was you saying? What was you saying?
Like sometimes we write from other point of views. It's not always directly from our life.
Yeah.
I might
Gotcha.
write from the point of view of the brother across the street that I seen going through something.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to take everything as literally being my you know.
But it's still real because it's a real experience that we experience together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I appreciate y'all. Like, we got a little deep there, and it's all good. I love it, and we're definitely going to be checking in for y'all, making sure that we are following the tones, which is still Hamilton's NC.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be keeping up with y'all. Y'all got some dope stuff coming up. So thank you so much for taking the time to stop by Rolling Out's Design and Dialogue, giving us giving us your time and sharing with us all of the things that make you guys you, true, unique, not imposters and all of that great stuff. So we appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all for having us, man.
And make sure you send those follows. Instagram, we follow back for the most part.
So yeah, y'all right now. So
we follow our folks.
Okay.
Come on with it.
I will. Thank y'all so much. Take care. This is Porsha Monique for Rolling Out Design and Dialogue and Star Studio. Y'all take care. Okay. Don't give me side because I can do that too. I'm not gonna do it on air though. Wait, I'm not gonna do it on air.
Let's go. Thank y'all. Love y'all already.
Love you too. Okay.